Okay, today we have this little mixed breed dog here. Her name is Osha, and she was found under a house with her litter mates and her mom. So we don't know her breed. If you guys have a guess, put it in the comments section and let me know, because every time she comes, I'm always trying to figure out, what is she? The clue is she has ears that stick straight up. When she starts to grow hair, they kind of get weighted down. But after I cut her hair, they stick right up. And you can see at the end. Watch to the end of the video and you can see how cute she turned out. And you can see those ears. I don't know. When I look at this dog, I have a couple ideas. I don't know why. I see Schnauzer because of the ears. I see American Eskimo because of the ears and because of the tail and the color. And for some strange reason, I see Maltese. I don't know. Those are my three main guesses: Schnauzer, Maltese, and American Eskimo. But I could be totally wrong. And by the way, I got a little mixed breed dog. She is a Bichon Cavalier Spaniel mix, Cabochon. And she didn't look like one. She looked like a little Yorkie. One of my customers didn't want her anymore, and she gave her to me. So I had her DNA tested, and that thing is accurate. You know, you always hear bad things about, oh, they're not accurate. I did the saliva test and sent it in. It came back 50% Bichon, 50% King Charles Cavalier Spaniel. She's only one, so maybe she doesn't have her adult hair yet, but she has no hair on her ears. And if you know anything about Cavaliers, they have a lot of hair on their ears. And even Bichons, they have a lot of hair. I don't understand. Maybe her coat will grow in later. I hope so. But for right now, she's just a little ragamuffin. But my point is, it's Embark DNA test, and it's really accurate. I was impressed. So it's 50-50. 50 Spaniel, 50 Bichon. And yeah, she just looks like a little mixed little rat. Okay, back to Osha. So my point was, I don't know this dog's breed. I tried to tell her owners to do a DNA test. They're not interested. I find a lot of people do not care what breed they have. Like if it's a mix or something, unless they paid a lot of money for it. But if they get a mixed breed dog, they're like, whatever, it's a dog. They're not as interested in paying the $150 like I am. I could be wrong. I know it's over $100. But anyway, it's well worth because to me, I want to know what they're mixed with. And by the way, if you enjoy watching dog grooming videos, consider giving this video a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, and leaving a nice comment in the comment section like your guess of this dog's breed. Well, I do have actually 3 dogs. I have 2 Basset Hounds. This is Tater and Dill. If you've watched me before, you've probably seen them. They're not puppies anymore. They're over 2, and they come to work every day, and they quietly lay down on their mats. They're very good now, but they were bad when they were puppies. They were under my feet. Plus this heat, it's like 90-something degrees outside. You know, they go outside for 5 minutes, and they're like, they have no energy left, which is good. Okay, this dog is getting shaved down with the number 7 blade all over, and she was actually very good today. She doesn't like her legs messed with or her feet, but besides that, she's pretty good. Just a little whiny in the back. But she comes probably 2 or 3 times a year for a shave down. I take about half off the tail. Her tail gets really fluffy, and I just trim her up a little beard. Shave the rest down, shampoo, conditioner, brushing out her tail. And by the way, a little tip: if you're brushing your dog at home and you have trouble with the tangles, use some thinning shears on the tail. It'll thin it right out, and if the mats aren't too bad, it'll brush right out. But she doesn't like her legs blow dried. And this is common with dogs. They don't like their feet or legs blow dried. I mean, a lot of them, they'll spin in circles, you know, try to bite the dryer. It's normal. But she actually did good today, so I'm just brushing her tail out using my comb to check for any mats. Trimming up along the bottom. Stay right there, we're almost done. Hold on. Hold on. Stay. Stay. I'm working my way around to her front, trimming up her feet, cutting her nails, shaving the pads of her feet out, they're pretty hairy, and trimming up between her toes. You can see that she really pulls away when you mess with her leg. I mean, all you can do is just hold on tight and do it anyway. I mean, she has snapped at me before. She's not like mean, but she is a little nippy sometimes if you don't let go of her foot. Since she has snapped at me before for her feet, just for the nails, I'm going to go ahead and put a muzzle on her, which she does not really appreciate. Alright. Give the dew claw and the dew claw. There we go. Not sure if you can tell, but she's really pulling away, or trying to pull away. She cringes. She just hates her feet touched. She hates you spreading her toes apart, but that's part of getting a haircut. Excuse me, real quick. There we go. Alright. Another trick you can use is if they don't like their front feet touched, you just lift up one of the legs and then they have to put their foot down, their other foot down. You know, they put their weight on that foot in order to stand up. And a lot of times that works. Okay, we're done with the feet, so the muzzle is coming back off. Go ahead and shave her head and ears. I'm going to use her for a model. I make dog bandanas, personalized custom bandanas, hot dogs, handmade, CO on Etsy if anybody wants to check it out. But I'm just using her as a model at the end of the video when she's done with her haircut to show you my frog series bandanas, and they're really cute. One says totally cute and the other one says tiny toad hunter. I got that idea because my dogs like to sit out back at night and try to chase the frogs. There's always frogs out back. And they are little tiny toad hunters. At least the little one's a little toad hunter. I guess the basset hounds are big toad hunters. But anyway, you get the point. Okay guys, wait for it. Here come the ears. It's sticking up. See what I told you? When you take the hair off, they have a mind of their own. Look at them. They're out of control. They're really cute. Real quick, real quick. There we go. She's really good for having her face trimmed. It's just those feet, those front legs and feet. She does not like anything touching them. So I trimmed up her bangs, and now I'm trimming up her beard, and we are getting ready to dress her up. Just trying to make sure her beard is nice and round and even. Alright, we're about done here. Going to spray her down with conditioning spray, which she did not appreciate. She still has a long fluffy tail. And I'm going to get a little bit of water and wipe out the corners of her eyes and make sure her eyes are nice and clean. Double check her beard. And if you made it to the end of the video, can you just put Toad Hunter in the comment section and let me know you watched the whole thing?
You like that bandana?
And here it is. She is totally cute.